morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the tabernacle. Let us all stand and pray. All right, computer wants to- Dear graciously heavenly Abba Yahuwah, we thank you for the breath in our body. We thank you for always providing for us. We enter your courts mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally with thanksgiving and praise, giving you all the honor and the glory that you are worthy and deserve. And we ask that you prepare our hearts and our minds to receive your message, your words. You had our ancestors write down so many thousands of years ago. And we pray and we decree and we receive all these things in the name of your only begotten of the Father, Mashiach Yahushai, who they call Jesus. And we all read by saying, Hallelujah. Y'all can sit down. This ain't church. You know, the more that let me take out some of that echo. Give me a minute. The more, that's better. A little more. That's good. That's good. The more that I study, and the more that I talk to people, and the more that I see the condition of us as a people, and I'm talking to your Sharaelites, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade that was scattered to the four corners of the earth, whose ancestors, whom this book was written, the more I see that we have been, I'll call it Christian Hellenization, because everything about Christianity is not in the book. These are facts. These are not my opinions. It's not about bashing Christians or bashing anybody. It's just clearly stating the facts. Factual truth that if you study yourself, you can find these things out. The title of my, whatever you want to call it, teaching today is Men Who Suffer in Silence. And you may ask me, okay, so what does that mean? Why I've been having this. That's Boxcar. Is that you, Boxcar? Who? Oh, Shanika. I had a feeling she would be here today. Hey, Shanika.
Hi. How you doing? How you doing, baby? Nice to meet you.
So, I'll recap. The title of this is Men Who Suffer in Silence. Everything about where we live, and I call this, people call it America, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's a plantation. And it's in the book, it's called Mystery Babylon. So you're on this plantation, and you have been enslaved, and you have been given a false custom and religion called Christianity. And the more you read this book and get away from it, you'll see how much Christianity has damaged us in so many ways. It gave us all the pagan holidays. It gave us the Gregorian calendar. It destroyed the way that the Most High intended for us to interrelate with one another as pertains to marriage and family. It destroyed the role of the woman. It destroyed the role of a man. And it is a fluid social construct. What does that mean? It is forever changing, even in the church. Now we have open and affirming churches. We have the LGBTQ agenda and Christian dogma inside our educational systems. Everywhere you go, inside the court systems. So you're living on a plantation where your identity, Psalm 83, has been stolen from you, and you don't know how to process. You think you do, but you don't. Until you come back to this Besorah Sefer, to understand this good news that they English call the Bible, you have absolutely no idea who you are. You don't know how to eat. You don't know how to dress. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to walk. You don't know how to relate to your husband. You don't know how to relate to your wife. You don't know how to relate to your children. You don't know how to relate business. Nothing. Everything about you is whatever this social construct and ideology of this plantation has ingrained and embedded and brainwashed you to be. So the Great Awakening took place, and the men woke up because he said, I'm going to restore the priesthood. That's the other thing. You don't know the difference. You don't know your divine purpose as a woman. You don't know your divine purpose as a man. So you're acting out whatever your experience has been. You know, my mother-in-law is sitting here. She's like, wow, I went to church for 30-something, 40-something, 50-something odd years, and I'm realizing that, you know, a lot of this is just a bunch of lies. Let's just call it what it is. You know, a year ago, she was like, what you mean you guys don't put up Christmas trees? What's wrong with y'all? Now let's just look at that. So the men are waking up, and everyone's looking at the men going, what's wrong with y'all? So I'm going to start from, I have to go to the book. We're going to go to Genesis 1:26. And this is something you say, oh, well, I heard this before. No. See, the whole point and the Most High telling us to wear fringes was to keep a continual reminder. The whole point of the 7 feasts was what? A continual memorial. Why? Because out of all the nations that came out of Adam, he only dealt with us. So you have the onslaught of all the other nations trying to get you to change or die. So the Most High is like, no, you got to do this every day. I got to remind you every day, because when you leave out from under this living room floor or wherever it is that you're having Shabbat, you're going to go back out there, and everything that's out there is not about what's in here. It is completely the opposite. And what do they say? Faith come by hearing. And hearing by the word of Yah, or hearing by the word of the world. So if you're only hearing this a couple of hours out of the day, but you're watching Scandal.
All right.
You're doing Netflix marathons. You're talking to your girlfriend who's not in the book, and she's got her own opinions and ideologies. You're talking to your bros on the job, and they have a completely different conversation. And you, without even realizing, get lulled back to sleep into thinking like they think, acting like they act, dress like they dress, eat like they eat. When the Most High says, come out from amongst them, be ye separate. Be in the world, but not of it. So we're supposed to be the light. But we get overtaken by the darkness. So Genesis, we got to go to the beginning, because, and the English language does no justice whatsoever to our culture. None. Because they created a religion out of it, but this was our culture. This was who we were and who we are. Because the Buddhists don't go back and say, well, this is how it was in the beginning. And Taoism and Hinduism and all that, nobody has a creation story like this. Nobody. And Elohim said, let us make man. Let me bring my book over here. Let us make man in our image. You notice I don't call it a Bible. It's a book. It's the collective writings of our ancestors. I got to get you out of that Christian mindset. And Elohim said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air. Oh, hold on. and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them. Now, a lot of Christians, and I'll call them agnostic because that's exactly what they are. And y'all can go study what an agnostic Christian is. So when you read it with an English understanding, it looks like at the end it says he created male and female. And then that's all they're equal. They're the same. That's like saying I can get pregnant and breastfeed.
I don't think so.
Go try. Go try. So there are some things that are physically, spiritually, emotionally different between men and women. Now I'm addressing this because society has got you on a roller coaster. You know, I was telling somebody the other day, the feminist movement happened over here and the porn industry blew up. Huh? What? The feminists, I thought y'all wanted respect. But you running around with no bras on and your breasts hanging out talking about, I am woman, hear me roar. But you naked in the street. Okay. I'm just giving you examples. And I'm giving you shock in all examples because sometimes people don't understand, that you can't teach them from an academic perspective. You got to show them, no, this is reality. This is what's going on. Then we have the feminist movement, then the Me Too. I want to say why. And now you have, I don't know what I am. Today I'm Marcus and tomorrow I'm Marsha. Or today I'm Marsha and tomorrow I'm Marcus. Today I'm Roberta and tomorrow I'm Robert. That's what you got going on now. That's the truth. Am I right? Am I lying? So we see that it's changed. And the church has changed with it. But the Most High said he what? I change it not. I am the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So if he changeth not, and this is constantly changing, you don't know who he is and how he created you and your purpose and how you're supposed to think, dress, eat, walk, talk, and relate to other people as it pertains to the book. Because what you have belonged to since slavery has changed. The Christians of old in your grandmother's age would turn in their grave to see the Christians today and what they're doing. Right? Mm-hmm. All right, now stay with me. Mm-hmm. So Elohim said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the sea and over the fowl of the air and over the cattle and over every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth. So Elohim created man in his own image, and the image of Elohim created he him, male and female created he them. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish and subdue, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. Now, let's go to Genesis 2:19 so that we can debunk how the Christians interpret Genesis 1. Because from Genesis 1, you would misread it or misunderstand it and say that Elohim is saying that both men and women have equal dominion over the earth, right? Could we not say that by reading Genesis 1? Let's go to Genesis 2:19. And Yahuwah. And let's go to 18. And Yahuwah, 2:18, Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not good that man should be alone. So we can look at this and say Adam was created what? First. Now, let's not do like the Christians and go, well, I'm first and you're last. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not get into that mindset because, well, Adam, because the men will take, well, I was created first, therefore. Let's not do that. Okay, we got to get out of this Christian ideology. So it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. I will make him a helpmeet for him. So there's the first purpose of a woman. And she was created, why? Because it was not good for Adam to be alone. So she was created for who?
For him.
For Adam. Let me stop right there. Go to 1 Corinthians 11, 8 and 9. Because people try to use Paul to split up the word. You understand what I'm saying, Shanika? People say Paul is preaching a different gospel or a different message. Oh, no, he's not. Y'all gonna have to stay with me because I got a lot of stuff for you today. So don't fall asleep. I know y'all used to church and being entertained, but y'all gonna learn today. 1 Corinthians 11, 8 and 9. I'm gonna read it. For the man is not of the woman. Now we haven't gotten to that part yet. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. And we see in Genesis 2:19, 1 Corinthians 11, 8 through 9. But the Bible says, let everything be established in the presence of 2 or 3 witnesses. So the Bible's going to bear witness to itself. You got it, Angie?
Yeah.
Okay. You're on camera. It don't matter. It's all good. Okay. 1 Corinthians 11, 8 through 9. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. People say, these are simple things. No, they're not simple things. They're very profound things that the Christian church has misconstrued, so that you don't know who you are and whose you are. Okay? So we just read in Genesis 2:18, that I will make a helpmeet who? For him. Okay? And now the Most High stops right there. Let's read further on. 19. Let's go back to Genesis 2:19. Stay with me because I'm painting a picture for you by the word. So in Genesis 1, he tells you he created male and female. In Genesis 2, he's telling you how and the order in which they were created. Remember, Genesis 1, he said he created them male and female both. And told them to have dominion over the earth. Okay? Now let me give you the divine authority. And out of the ground Yahuwah Elohim formed every beast of the field. Where did he form the beast from? Out of the ground. And every fowl of the air, and brought them unto, so even the birds were created from the ground. And brought them unto who?
Adam.
Unto the man, to see what he would call them. And whatsoever the man called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Now, did Adam and Eve sit down and have a conversation and come to an agreement as to what everything would be called?
No. The Lord.
So who had dominion? Adam. The Most High brought them to Adam. He didn't say, hey, you two, come here. What you guys want to call this? Eve said, well, I don't want to call it a bird. No. Because you can't have two heads. You can't have two people driving a car. You can't have two people driving a bus. You know, even in a plane, there's a co-pilot and there's a captain. In every aspect of life, there's a hierarchy. There is order. Okay? It doesn't make one better than the other. It is called your respective roles. I'm the bus driver. I drive bus. I don't drive tanks. Testing. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go further. And the man gave names. Okay, every fowl of the air brought them unto the man to see what he would call them. And whatsoever the man called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And the man gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for the man there was not found a helpmeet for him. Now we're back to that again. We're back to where he's picking up again from 18. And Yahuwah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, closed up from the flesh instead thereof. Let's stop right there and go back to 1 Corinthians. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman is of the man. So he took from the man and made a woman. So Eve is not birthed from what? The earth. So when you go back to Genesis 1, it said created them male and female both. They're not the same. Adam was created from the earth, and Eve was created from Adam. Everything was created from the earth except for Eve. And she was created for Adam. That's why it says neither was the man created for the woman. So it gives you the reason why she was created, and it tells you where she was created from. That right there, there's 3 females in front of me. That right there you could study for the next year. The Most High created me for the man. What does he need? Because he saw that it was not good for man to be alone. Now, if I can hunt, cook, clean, build, you understand what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself, well, what was my purpose? Why did the Most High create me? Go back to Genesis 1. He told them what? Be fruitful and multiply. Let's just start with that. But y'all are taught birth control, abortion, daycare. So you see how, and Christianity supports all of that. So you don't even know how to think. And the men don't know how to think either. Because we bought into it. I'll never forget, I won't say who, but one of my baby mamas, and I was like, no, I don't put my kid in no daycare. I don't know those people. Who the hell are they? You know, Chucky the child molester is up in daycare. Both male and female. And what does that say? You're supposed to take care of that man, right? Well, that's his seed. So now strangers are taking care of his seed. Men suffer in silence. Because what is the message that is sent when we do this? The first thing that male or female child feels is separation anxiety. Oh, don't worry, after 2 or 3 days, they'll stop crying. Oh, because we're resilient, we adapt, we're survivors. But it's not the ideal. It's not the way the Most High intended it to be. But you've been taught to be barefoot and pregnant is some kind of negative thing. Our women are more concerned about their careers. Oh, we're going to get into it today. But you're going to learn, you're going to see your importance and your value the way the Most High sees you important and value, and not the way the world has taught you to value yourself as a woman. It is not good for man to be alone, because everything else had a counterpart. They could procreate, this, that, and the other. But somebody tell you should have 6 or 7 kids, you'd be like, nigga, you crazy? What about my life? I'm pregnant, but it's going to destroy my future. All these ideologies, and Christianity supports it because it's fluid. It's constantly changing. So you don't encourage other women to take care of their man and to have children and to raise children and to keep house. To you, that you know, I'll tell you this. Let me tell you something. A woman that can make running a house is running a business in this society, anyways. Even back then, the virtuous woman in the book is far more valuable than that female with the PhD. Because she like a monkey. Oh, what is he talking about? Monkey see, monkey do. She learned how to memorize, but she don't know how to take care of no man. The most valuable position that you can have in life as a woman is being what? A wife. But a man can't find a wife. He who finds a wife. Men suffer in silence, especially those of us that have woken up, because we know what it's supposed to be, but too afraid to say it. Why? Because they've emasculated and castrated us spiritually, physically, emotionally, that we're afraid to speak truth. Because that same child that you put in the daycare center, you got us hemmed us up in court for child support. That same child that you got from the man that you said you loved, now you can't stand him, but love the child. Do you see the hypocrisy in that? I love you, but I hate your father. That same child's mind is poisoned against the man. I don't need a man. You don't need your father. I don't want you talking to him. This is so, let me tell you something. Nobody is addressing this. It's the reverse now. I used to tell people, you can have a fix, you can fix this woman all you want, but you're sending her back into the same situation because the man is still broken. He's not operating in the way that the Most High intended him to. The Most High says that he has dominion over everything. The head of every woman is what? The man. But because the woman wants to do what she wants to do, there's nothing left for him to rule over. He's a king with a crown without any subjects. He's a king with no castle. He's a king and other men are raising his children. He's a king and some of his children have never seen light of day because they were aborted in the womb. He's a king, but he's afraid to have children. He's afraid to get married because if he says something to piss her off, she's going to take him to court, take half of everything he is, and turn his children against him. Men that suffer in silence. So he asked himself, why should I get married? Because really men marry for only two things: love, sex, and have kids. That's pretty much it. Because he can pretty much, take care. Angie will tell you, I cook, I clean, I build a house, I can wash my own clothes, I can wash myself. That's why the scripture says a man cares for his wife as he cares for his own body. You understand what I'm saying? He already knows how to take care of himself. That's how he takes care of you. Oh yeah, it's gonna get. I told you. But this is why I don't like to teach, because people, oh, you hate women. No, I don't hate women. It's quite the opposite. Otherwise, I wouldn't have 6 children. I happen to love women. Let's go on. Let's go on this journey. And Yahuwah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. So this is why, let me go to the scripture. Let me stop right there, because I love the word. I love the ruach, because as I'm teaching, what is it? He who getteth a wife. Wait a minute. Let me find this for you. He who getteth. Go to Ecclesiastes 36:24. I don't even have to study no more. I'll put my word in you, man. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. Did I just say a man care for his wife as he cares for his own body? Yeah. What does it say? And a pillar of rest. Where was she created from? Back to Genesis 2:21. And a deep sleep fell upon the man. She was created from a place of rest. So that when a man finds a woman, he finds what? A pillar of rest. She can be shalom in your home or violence in your pocket. But you see, I didn't write it now. Don't get mad at me. Now, hear what it says. He beginneth what? A possession. Why does it say that? Because she was made from him, for him. Just like he named everything else, he named her. She belongs to him. And he belongs to Yah. He doesn't belong to you. But you've been taught, that's my man. Oh, they don't like that, man. They don't like that. He's not yours. He's not yours. For the head of every man is what? Abba Yah. That's why when David sinned, he said what? Against you and you alone have I sinned, when he sinned with Bathsheba. He didn't go to Bathsheba and say he was sorry. He had to answer to the Most High. Let me tell you something. It's easy to answer to a woman. She get mad, yell, scream, bleed, whatever. It's 7 to 1. There's 6 more waiting to take your place. Go ahead and have a temper tantrum. See, but men are afraid to say this. That doesn't devalue you. It actually keeps you in check. Because a man has to, it's the same way for a man. You don't want no couch potato that don't provide for you this, that, and the other. You be looking for the next thing best coming down the street. Am I right? Oh, yeah. Because you're looking for safety, comfort, right? And protection. And provision. Safety, comfort, and provision. You don't want to sit on no straw couch on top of crates. You want Louis Vuitton with Tommy Hilfiger cushions. You know it. Because y'all like the bling. Even in the book, it talks about the daughters of Zion with their little tinklings and their nose rings. It says so in the book, and their embroidered hair with the golden and And Yahuwah caused a deep sleep to fall upon. So if she's not a pillar of rest to a man, what is she? She's a strange woman. Let me not go there yet. Let me not go to the strange woman yet. And let's go to 22. And Yahuwah, let's go to 20, back to 20. And Yahuwah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man. He said, you need to hear this every day. I heard this before. Good, listen. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof, and the rib which Yahuwah Elohim had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man, and brought her unto the man. Come on now. And brought her unto the man, and the man said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called womb man. Why? Because she was taken out of his womb. Because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and they shall cleave unto woman, they shall be one flesh, and they were both naked. Blah, 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 blah. Now, your divine purpose is not to make all the money in the world. It's not to be super intelligent. You get PhDs and be educated in academia, this, that, and the other. That's not your divine purpose. The Most High made you for the man. And without you, guess what? It ain't good. It's not good. Without the woman in her prospective role, it is not good for the man. But because the man is designed by the Most High to die for you, he will suffer in silence. Or becomes domestic violence, abuser, this, that, the other, whoremonger, fornicator. Because now there's no, sex is not for having children anymore, it's for pleasure. So you just want to hit it and quit it. And you don't care about him, so you don't care what. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. And the children are like, both of y'all are crazy. I ain't listening to none of you. All from that simple thing that they changed. All just that little simple thing. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. It doesn't diminish you or diminish me or make me this big, huge thing, because the Most High said, without it, without you, the way that he created you, it ain't good for Adam. Because strangers are going to come in and take care of the children. So who protects the children? Women. So now y'all are competing with each other. I call it unlawful polygyny. You got 3 baby daddies, and nobody gives a damn about those children. And instead of y'all raising them together in accordance to Torah, now he on child support, trying to have another family and pay for this one. Men that suffer in silence. Shanika know what I'm talking about. And that other baby mama driving the new baby mama crazy, because that's what they do. I had him first. Them ain't your kids. I don't want that woman around my kids. She don't get damn about them kids. She take that child support money, go get her nails done. And the state don't give a damn about it either, because they take 30%. And the man is assed out, pockets out. His legacy is destroyed. He's got other men now. Now she with another baby daddy. He got another baby daddy raising his kids. He paying for it and can't even get a piece. Do you know how that makes a man feel? You don't, because nobody really talks about it. I'll never forget the day my daughter locked herself in the bathroom and her stepfather was trying to tell her what to do. And I don't know how many times I've heard women say this. You ain't my daddy. I felt so proud at that moment. Tell that nigga, yeah, who your father is. In the Most High's eyes, he's married to my wife. And she's an adulterer, and so is he, according to biblical law. But you've been taught the law's done away with, so you could just, I got 4 baby daddies and 4 checks coming in. I got 5 baby mamas and 5 checks going out. But you look at me, and I'll tell you how it is in the book, and you got a problem with me. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to get you to change the way that you process information, the way that you think, to think like he thinks. Because he ain't got no problem with me having 3 baby mamas as long as I can provide for them. But the day that I don't, what's he say to me? A man that careth not for his own house, even his own children or his own family, is worse than an infidel and has denied the thing. Mm-hmm. So they took all the biblical principles and twisted them around. Now, we're going to put you on child support, make you a no good, what they call that, shiftless nigga. We're going to deny you the opportunity to get a job. We're going to be the pimp daddy judge over your family. And we're going to tell you how much. Removed her as the fiduciary. Because the female is the one that handles the money in the Bible. But they made y'all shopaholics. Facts. Because welfare has been around so long, all that money that welfare gave you, and you don't own jack doo-doo. It says she goes and sells her goods in the marketplace to consider to buy a field. You ain't buying no field or no food stamps, on no WIC, and on no government cheese, none of that. You thought it was a good thing. No. It was a bad thing. And the men in that situation suffered in silence again. Nigga, you can't be here. I'm not going to get no food stamps. Hide his clothes. So now he's like, well, I can't hang out over there, so let me hang out with the rest of the brothers on the corner. Then Jim Crow came along and said, no, you can't do that either. That's congregating. We're going to throw you in jail. Now we're going to make you work for pennies, make license plates and jeans. Men that suffer in silence. Where's the church? Where are our women? In defense of what's going on to us. The only time we see y'all is when it's too late. You killed my baby! There's a scream that nobody's hearing, that nobody's addressing about your men, yours. They belong to you in the sense that they're your covering. They're being murdered, emasculated, castrated, incarcerated. And if they're not doing that, the worst thing that's happening to them is they're being, I call them fraternity eyes. Alpha Kappa Beta Psi. They're turned into effeminate Greek faggots. Let's go to first Titus 2. Titus 2. Come on. See, y'all don't like this. Y'all, that's okay. Titus. You said you want me to teach. I'll teach you. You want the word? Here's the word. Titus 2. Giving you the word. See, they knew. See, I used to think that the way they got us is by removing the man. No, they just removed us so that they could get to you. You know what I'm saying, Shanika? They moved us out of the way because when the serpent was talking to Eve, Adam wasn't around. They knew if we just get him out the way, we can get a homegirl's ear. We're going to make you Big Mama. And Big Mama's standing in the gap between the whip and her husband and the children. They reversed the roles. And now he's standing behind you because he knows that he knows that Massa won't hit you, Big Mama. Massa, please don't hurt him, Massa. Don't hurt him, Massa. I'll see you at 9 o'clock. Massa take his wife out from the field right in front of him and bring her into the cabin and have his way with her. and the man can't do a damn thing about it. Remember that movie Crash? Y'all remember that movie Crash? Where the cop is, you know what I'm saying? And she mad at him. And he don't know what to do. She might get mad at him if he do something, and she might get mad at him if he don't do something. I know if it had been me, there'd been a dead cop on the ground, I'll tell you that much. And then I'd have been mad at her. Well, I didn't see you fighting. Because she stood there and took it too. Oh yeah, no one addresses that. That's what I'm talking about. See, Eve didn't tell the devil to go shut his mouth. Don't talk to me. Adam said, short of losing your life. Because I still don't understand. What do you mean the black woman made a contract with the white man? Yeah, made a contract with him. You work 40 hours for him. Oh, yes, it's a contract. Eve made a contract with Hasatan. Sex begins with a conversation. Covenant. Welfare was a covenant. No, we'll starve first. Me and these children. Before I let anybody tell me my man can't be in the house. Ebo Landing, our ancestors, when they saw what they did to that 17-year-old pregnant girl and cut her belly open and the baby fell on the ground and they bludgeoned the baby to death. Men, women, and children marched down into the water and committed mass suicide and said, we'd rather die. Do you see? It's not good for Adam to be alone. Because I can only see this far in front of me. But with you on my back, now I have a 360-degree circumference. Can't nobody touch me. So it wasn't so much removing the man out the way, it was to get him out the way so they could get in your ear. Because we don't raise children, women do. So if I could get you to change the way that you think, you create a whole generation of Generation X. I told you it's going to teach. You don't believe me? Let's go to Titus 2. But speak those things which become sound doctrine. The aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith and charity and in patience. The aged women likewise, that they may be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to too much wine, going out on Friday night getting turned up, teachers of good things. Listen to what I just said. Teacher of good things. It says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet. But nobody in the Christian church says, yeah, I understand that and it sounds good, but does your behavior match what's in the book? That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, and the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. Men suffer in silence because nobody is home. Nobody is keeping the home. They don't have respect. There is no love. There is no intimacy. She's more loyal to the job and to the PhD than she is to him. Sold him out for food stamps. Men that suffer in silence. Because without you in the way that the Most High created you to be for him, it's not good. It's not good. It says she wears wisdom. Proverbs 31. She wears wisdom like a garment, and in her mouth is the law. She is always referred to as wisdom. But if I got in your ear, well, you don't have to listen to Adam. Because this fruit right here is going to make you know everything, and you're going to be like God. Now understanding that if you don't protect him, it's to your own demise because you came from him. And was made for him. So when you do away with him, you're really doing away with yourself. And it takes time. It was subtle. It started in the garden and it just kept going and going and going. Oh, Babylon, mystery Babylon, mother of whores. I sit a queen and I am no widow. You see the ideology? There's no such thing as a queendom. Unless it's queer. And you have to ask yourself, let's just say I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just say I'm wrong. Well, how's that other way working for you? You don't have a husband. And then the husband you have ain't a husband. Ain't that right, Shanika? He's a man. We got a lot of men running. We got a lot of, not even men, we got a lot of males walking around here. Men that suffer in silence. And so he self-medicates. He smoke weed. He play video games all day long. Shiftless, don't do nothing, don't want to be. He's not motivated. He's not motivated. But all a woman's got to do is the stroke of your hand. You make love to him in the morning, he's ready to conquer the world. So they taught you how to misuse your power. You used it to manipulate him instead of to please him. Oh, this is the y'all want you said you wanted the word. I give you the word. Giving you the word. Let's go to Timothy 2:9. Come on. Let's do this. And let me tell you something. You know what the men also suffered? Ezekiel 34 says, "Woe unto the shepherds of the house of Israel." That's all these pimp-ass pastors. Because we got to sit by powerless and watch you be pimped out. Pimped out. We ain't going to no church. Why? So Pastor Massa can get my money too? He mind sexing you. And you don't even, he mind sexing you. Well, Pastor said. So the man don't even feel like a man in his own. Pastor don't even live there and Pastor in the house. And what could he say? Don't piss her off, man, because you ain't going to get none tonight. Don't piss her off because she could leave. You're going to lose everything. Cheaper to keep her. What kind of crap is that? Happy wife, happy life. Nothing about him. Nothing. So you have a man that will work himself. That's why I say men do two things. We leave or we check out. We leave the house or we die. Work to death. Literally. 1 Timothy 2:9. What does it say? Somebody read it.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which cometh women perfecting godliness with good works, that the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
But men are married to women that dress half naked, and every other man looking at his wife. He has to recondition himself. So now he's become a pimp. He's parading his wife around like a prostitute. But he don't want nobody to say nothing to her. He don't want nobody to look at her. She don't want nobody to say nothing. But you naked. Everything you got on looked like it was airbrushed. But the Bible says, do not prostitute your daughters. That's what it says. You can't even shop for clothes, because I'll never forget when I had my kids, and I tried to, I got 4 girls, Shanique and I went to go shop for clothes for them. You know, especially if you live in the Spanish community, no shade on them, but let's just tell the truth. It's a spandex parade over on Park Street. And I was like, I can't buy no clothes. I don't put my 9-year-old in that mess. 9-year-old with spandex on, or 5-year-old with diaper imprints. Bustiers for, 10 years. What the hell? And then you get mad at the pedophile. Well, you enticed him. You put it out there. Look. That's what the Bible means when it says you prostituted yourself. You didn't even get paid. Let's go to Ephesians 5:25. I'm closing. Y'all wanted this. I gave you scripture. I'm like, you get mad all you want. I don't care. I don't. That's why I don't like coming down here. I don't like preaching about whatever. Y'all don't want to hear it. Men don't want to hear it. When I get out, they don't want to hear it. But I need you to understand and see that your men are suffering in silence. He's a no good husband for a reason. He was born. Somebody raised him. If we're not around, he became a no good husband. I wouldn't be looking at daddy. I'd be looking at mama. She made him a susbin. You know what a susbin is? That's a sunbin. He protecting the house. Short of sleeping with her, right? He robbing, selling drugs, bringing, he doing whatever, He the man of the house. I'm the man of the house. No, you're not. You still her child. You just a man in the house. But you're not the man. The man of the house is not there. You are not your mama's covering. So they became husbands. That's what I call them. Sons that are husbands, husbands. Ephesians 5. (25 and 26). Let's go to 22. It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands. What did I do here? It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands. Unto your own husbands. Your own husbands. Not somebody else's. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. But now because you men that suffer in silence. You have a headship, but you got no authority. The kids go behind your back and ask mommy when you say no. You want to, if I'm a man, I want to teach the truth of the Bible. Most women in this country don't. What? They don't want to hear that. Because once you give power to somebody, it's not something, See, you have been lied to and given the illusion that somebody gave you power, empowerment, when you were already powerful. What does the Bible say about men and children? Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They are like arrows in the hands of a mighty warrior to stand in the gates of the enemy. Not now. Damn kids so You little bastards. Just want to beat their ass every day. Don't listen. Disrespect you. Well, mommy said, men that suffer in silence. You reduce the man. So you preached feminism and broadcasted pornography. Because when you were fighting for feminism, you were running around with your tops down and running through the street naked and this, that, and the other. And that's just continued on. I don't want to be a sex object, but I'm a sex object. Don't look at me as a sex object, but I want to walk around with no clothes. There's so many mixed signals. So now the man was like, well, okay, she's a sex. I have to satisfy her sexually. Otherwise, I ain't no good no more. So now we got all these prostate things because now we're going to destroy the diet. He's going to have prostate problems. We're going to make men compete for women through sexuality. Women the same. I'll take your man. He didn't belong to the one you were taking it from, and he don't belong to you when you get him. He the prize and you're the, you understand? You don't realize how psychologically messed up you are. But us awoke men, we do. And we suffer in silence because we're like, I ain't procreate no, what? I don't know what she gonna do. And we need you. It's not good that we're without you. That's something that he created in us. That no matter what condition that you're in, we're going to die for you anyways. So we suffer in silence. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of men that might be watching this right now. And their wives are sitting next to them, but they won't clap. What you clapping for? I don't hear that. You better not clap. You know what's good for you. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much you know you are Israelite, male or female. Until you get this right, you ain't doo-doo. I'm an Israelite, but you beating women. You practice like that page, Black Polygyny, that I see on Facebook, and they have it's an orgy. It ain't no polygyny. That's an orgy. Women having sex with each other, with the guy, and this, and they both naked. It's like the Most High mocking us. I mean, it's like the devil mocking the Most High.
What you doing looking at that?
I look whatever I want to look at. It took Angie a little minute to get used to me saying, no. You are not Columbo. Where you been? Who you talking to? You want him to act like a king, but then treat him like a servant. King don't tell everybody everything. It's between him and who?
The Lord.
The Most High. You just need to worry about what you can't do what you're supposed to do. You worried about what he do. The Most High got him. He know what to do with them. Read Ezekiel 34. He said, the flock of my pasture are men, and I will be a shepherd. Well, you can't be no shepherd to no man. Only thing you can do is birth one, but you can't make one. Only the Most High can do that. Don't believe me? We closing now. Did I skip Ephesians 5? No, yeah, we did. We closing now. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church, and he gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. But see, Christianity said, no, we're only going to have these selective pimps teaching, and then teach you that every man, before he even a husband, every man should have this word in him, because he's not fit to be a husband until he has the word in him. So he's suffering even again because he don't know who he is, how he's supposed to act. I don't know if I'm supposed to hit it, quit it, take care of it, provide for it, love it, scrub what, beat it. No, man, he don't know what to do. Now we got thugs, rappers walking around in man skirts, walking around with man. Who does he have to look to for as a mentorship to say this is how he's supposed to act as a husband and a father? So he suffers in silence. See, we're not communicative like you are. We don't talk to each other about these things. We question whether or not how we feel is right in accordance to this word. I know I did. It was so refreshing when Angie and I traveled to Minneapolis to go meet my brother Lamar. Like-minded people on one accord. And we're afraid to even the like-minded one, we're afraid to why are you hanging with him? I don't like the way he think. What you mean we going to visit him and his second wife? I ain't talking to that heifer. No one said you said that. Stop it. I'm saying a general statement. The shoe don't fit, don't put it on. I'm not going to get into Paul. I'm going to end with this. Go to Malachi. Wait, no. Go to I will restore. Malachi 4. I was right. Malachi 4. Now they even messed with the word, because if you read this in the International, it says, "I will turn the hearts of the parents to their children." And that's not how it reads. It says, "I will turn the hearts of the fathers back to their children, or else I will come and smite the earth with a curse." So Satan knew that if he could destroy the man and separate him from his children, because that's what happened. See, in our custom, the woman left. The woman left. You ain't taking nothing out of here, not even these children. These are my children. I inseminated in you with the expectation that and the thought that you loved me, and I gave you a piece of me, and I thought that you would love the piece of me the same way that you love me. But according to the Bible, according to the book and our ancestors, it was the women that taught the children, right? We out hunter-gathering. We washed you with the word we washed you with, like water, just flowed down. And you taught the children the same. But the government said, no, ain't no water washing here. Out. We're going to wash her with welfare. We don't need you. We're going to wash her with PhDs. She don't need you. I got her. We're going to put you in jail if you don't pay her not to be there. Can you imagine how you would, I know it may not be easy. You're not a man, but just imagine how a man might feel today. Man, I'll put 2 condoms on. Because she get pregnant, I'm hit. So why? Ask yourself this question: why today would a man, other than love and other than wanting, why would a man want to be with a woman? Why would a man? Why? Why should he be with you? Because you're pretty. Because your JJ's better than everybody else's that got one? I put it on him. Do you understand why in our culture he's the prize? What, you gonna put on a two belt and build him a house? You know, you want a house, nigga? Yes, dear. Think about it. Ask yourself. No one asks. No one says, "Well, what does she bring to the table? What do you bring?" See, now that we're awake as a man, we don't. I don't care how good you look. I'm just being honest. I don't care how good a woman looks. In my mind, the way the Most High created me is she a good nurse? Because the woman is the nurturer. She's gonna make sure I eat right. She's gonna preserve my. Go read Proverbs 31. She's preserving him because she understands that that is her substance. That without him, what are you? I want to look at women and say, so how's that working for you? No husband, this, that. No. You don't even know when a man makes love to you anymore because you've been with so many other different men, or even just even if it's just 5. Because now the relationship is just reduced to sex. It's not about having a family. It's not about a communal mindset. It's not about raising children. It's not about any of that. It's just sex. Don't believe me? Go look at the internet and go on any bodega, any sexual enhancement. All men got ED problems now, 45, 50 years old, because of all the estrogen they put in the food. So they made you sick, so now you got to take this, that, and the other in order to be able to perform, because you've been made to feel like that if you can't perform, some other dude's gonna come along and blow her back out that you can't. That's how y'all. Because we respond to the signals you send. You don't want the word. You don't want that nigga telling you nothing. Men that suffer in silence. I'm just good for ATM, penis. That's it. That's what I mean. People don't understand what I mean when I say we've been taught to pound flesh and not make love to the woman's essence. You don't believe? Ask yourself, what were you thinking when you got pregnant? You two got together and made that child. I guarantee you it wasn't holy. I guarantee you it wasn't holy. And if I said to you, I bet you can't put on some gospel music and make love to your wife or make love to your husband. You'd be like, huh? Oh, that's nasty. No. See? You made sex, you made making love nasty. See, they don't want this teaching. Pastor, run me out the church. Boy, you messing with my tithe. But I'm trying, when I first started this, Andy would tell you, if you go look at the website or you go look at my email, it says the Ministry of Marriage. Not the institution. They call it an institution, because by the time you finish getting married, you crazy. Was to make husbands for you. But you don't want the husbands that I will make for you. That's why Pimp Pastor won't let me preach. That's why their wives don't want their husbands hanging around me. I don't want you talking to Marcus. You come back different. Yeah, I'm going to make him grow a set. They sat, they sat right here, grown man. Sat there. Marcus, you showed me what it is to be a man. This society is not conducive to men. We're only as good as the paycheck. You aside, you not even in the picture on this one, Shanika. Because when you can't produce anymore on your job as a man, they get rid of you. They replace you. But I'll never forget when I was with this African family in Coventry, and I went, after they fed me, I was sitting down with one of the chiefs and his brother, who was the Secretary of Treasury and Education for the country of Uganda. And they made this peanut sauce. The food was so good. And I got up thinking, you know, I'm going to show them that I'm a good man and help them clean the table and wash the dishes. I thought them women were going to put a noose around my neck and hang me. The women said, oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Sit down. Kabaka. That's not for Kabaka. To them, that's not for the king. And Mrs. Kazibwe pulled me to the side and said to me, we don't care if you have no arms, no legs, and in a wheelchair. You Kabaka. Because they understand that the man was made in the image of the Most High. So not only do you have work to do to fix yourselves, to help the men that are suffering in silence, but without you, we can't fix ourselves either. Does anybody tell you that? Anybody come to you and say, Mark is a womanizer, he hates women? You tell them they're full of shit. I'm trying to restore things so that they work, so that our children are loved and cared and provided for, so that our women are protected and feel safe and provided for, so that there's a real sisterhood and y'all stop fighting over a man that don't even belong to you in the first place, so that men don't go around whoremongering, creating children that they have no intention of taking care of, or sleeping with women they have no intention of making a wife. I don't want to share. It's not yours to share. It doesn't belong to you. And the minute you make him yours, he's not a king. I have only one crown above my head, and that's Abba Yah. So be careful when you say you want a man. Because we've been so messed up with Christianity that we don't know how to be men and women. A man without you suffers in his own silence because they know who he did. So I'm just going to zone out, man. Zone out. I can't deal with this right now. Just close the door. You deal with the kids. I can't deal with it right now. I'm a carpenter. I'm in people's homes. I can tell you. I know when a real woman is in the house because the house is kept. I grew up around women that kept house. You understand what I'm saying? Spotless. Well, we won't say nothing. We want some loving every now and again, you know. We won't say nothing. Just let it ride. All right. Y'all had enough. Who's going? You don't want the foxy maid in the house cleaning the house. I know that much. I don't want nobody in my house cleaning, cooking, doing the things. No, I don't want that. But you can't do it all. You can't work and take care of the house and take care of the kids and take care of the man. Something's going to give. Either he not going to get none, the house going to be a mess. Something, you know what I'm saying? It ain't working. Your way ain't working. You'll end up alone. I promise you that. I promise you that. And he don't have to be absent for you to be alone. Because here's what men do when we suffer in silence. Just that. We don't say nothing. Let us stand. I don't know about you, but I feel better. I don't care if you don't like it. Once you realize who like he got me. Like, what you want to do? What you want to do? Don't worry.
You feel far between, babe.
Be happy. Because listen, the men today, to you men out there, the most powerful thing you can do is to gird up your loins. That takes away all their power. You ever notice I've heard this from so many women, by more one-sided than the other, that when she's going through her menstrual cycle, that's when she wants you the most. All of a sudden she's, horny. Like, what the heck? What were you not? That's backwards. You want to know why? Because she realizes, she ain't got no control over you right now for that 1 week. It's like, I'm telling you, it's you've been psychologically, that's what it is. Mom said, where you get this? I learned it from women.
What women?
Yeah.
I learned it from women.
What women?
And then some women. That's why I said it goes both ways, but I've heard more of the other than that. And we're not supposed to touch you a week before and a week after, so that leaves only 1 week out of the month that we can actually get some. But because we've been over-sexualized, we want it every single day. It's become like a drug to us, the endorphins that are released when you have orgasm. So that's why I said to the men, the best thing you can do is to gird up your loins. Don't masturbate. Don't think about this. Focus on what you got to do. This, that, and the other. Trust me, all that control go away when she realized, shoot, he don't care if he misbehaves or not. Or if you can't get in his pockets and you can't get at his, you know what I'm saying? If you have no wiggle room, this, that, and the other, after a while you'll be like, all right, babe, what do you want me to do? And men, when you get to the point where because men will do this, well, if I don't give it to her, she's gonna go get it from somebody else. Let her find out the address and send her bags and say, go over there and let him pay your bills. Because there's 6 other females waiting to move in when you leave. Because everything on this earth, no, that's real talk. That's real talk. Because everything on this earth was made for me. And everything was brought to me. If you don't like it, it's not me you got a problem with. It's him. Let me know how that works. Didn't work out too well for Eve. Pain and suffering will you bear children. And once a month, you're going to bleed to remind you of your disobedience. Hello. Totally redesign her body. Because before that never happened. Now you're going to have menopause, perimenopause, all this crazy stuff. That didn't come from the Most High. He said when he blessed you, he don't add no sorrow. See, you're not reading it right, Ma.
Why are you picking on me?
You know? My mama had to find out. Ma, I know you're my mother. That's my man. I belong to him. I carried you for 9 months, and my father carried me for all the time that he was breathing. Men have more responsibility in terms of how the children come out, because if he doesn't take care of himself, all he spit inside you is a bunch of garbage. And all you're going to give birth to is a bunch of garbage. Because every seed, not every egg, every seed produces after its own. Orange gives birth to orange. The earth is always going to be the earth. What you put into it, that's what comes out. Earth is the womb, just like the woman has a womb, the earth is a womb. So you go get with some shiftless nigga, you're going to have some shiftless nigga children. Baby's kids. Right? And I can teach you all about history and what they did to us and blah, blah, blah. You was an Israelite and you keep Sabbath and all the 7 feasts and still don't know who the heck, don't know how to, you can't get 2 people live together and stay together. Can't get sisterhood to come together and take care of that man. When Rachel saw she couldn't get no more children, Bill, go and have children upon my knees. This, that. Y'all ain't thinking about that, man. You thinking about he mine. You treat him like a possession. That ain't love. I love him. You don't love him. Because if you can't have no more children, you can't provide for him intimately, this, that, and the other. You just want him to suffer. Well, then you already have enough children. I told y'all don't want this. All right. Dear graciously heavenly, listen up. Men suffering in silence. Woo-wee. I can make 50 babies. I can make 100 babies. You can't. He said, bless the man whose quiver is full of them. When you can't have no more kids, guess what? I can. But in this Christian social construct, because you can't have no more, I can't have no more. But then you run around here and say, my body, my choice. What? Make that make sense. Oh, then I want to say my penis, my choice. See, they're not, the Christian church, you can't preach like this in there. The deacons be on one side and the other side, carrying me out. Get this. You get to choose whether or not the child lives. You get to choose whether or not I'm involved with the child. You get to choose whether or not you give that child a good impression of me. Matter of fact, you get to choose whether or not you're going to tell me who the biological father is. Because 40% of the time it ain't going to be me, because that's the statistic. Now you tell me that ain't trifling. But I blame the man. Because I'm going to talk this talk until they put me in the grave. And I don't care. I don't care if she don't like it, you don't like it, I don't care. Because I'm not here to please you. I don't care if you don't never speak to me, never again. Daddy going, that's my boy. I'm going to give you a double blessing next week. My blessings don't come from you. When you get blessed by me, it's because I'm blessed of the Father. So we thank the Most High we blessed. No, thank the Most High that he blessed your husband so that you can be blessed. Give credit due where credit's due. Because I only have what I have because he blessed me. He said, press down, running over, shaking more than your bosom can handle so that I can be a blessing to others. And that's why I can hoard it. So I can be a blessing to others. That's why I said, but listen, man, shoot, do what you want to do. I'm blessed no matter what. I'm going to have no matter what. Everybody walk out of me. I don't care. take the house. I don't start from zero so many times. Most I'll be like, oh, I got you, Marcus. Don't even worry about it. In the palace or underneath the bridge, I'm gonna be there. What did Paul say? Whether I abase or abound, whether I have much or I have lack, I find myself content. Not because some woman loved me or didn't love me, but because he loved me. Because if you find a man that his purpose is you solely, and you become the queen, and he become a queer king, house nigga, you ain't got a man. And eventually he gonna check out on you. Because he'll suffer in silence just to make you happy. Me, I don't care. You can be unhappy all you want. When I die, hey, Angie ain't gonna have the authority to say to me, oh, good and faithful servant. The other baby mamas, they ain't got no, oh, he was a good, I don't care what they got to say, as long as he says that I did what I had to do, say what I had to say, and taught this truth. Man, y'all can do whatever you want to do, man. You know, fish fry yourself to hell for all I care. Anyways.
That's not nice.
Dear graciously heavenly Abba Yah. Am I finished, Lord? Yeah, Lord, make him shut up. We thank you for your word. We thank you for all the prophets, all of our ancestors that came before us. You said you have not dealt so with any other people. And in the end, we rule, we reign, and all nations shall flow to Jerusalem. And we decree and declare all these things done. We all agree by saying Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. I go eat me some ice cream. Shanique, it's so good to see you. Oh, I gotta end this. What am I doing?
Put your glasses in the case so you know where they are.
Oh, Judah, oh, Israel,